Oh, I mean, I think this is huge for us. I mean, we have to find a way to turn this around. I told them, I said, time's going to pass by really quick, and we're going to have ourselves so far behind the 8 ball we're not able to come back from it. So I think these 2 games this week could determine our season.
Do you feel like this was a really tough home stretch, though, playing UT Martin, playing a SIU Edwardsville team that was expected to do really well in the league? Was this maybe the toughest start for a conference schedule for you?
Well, I mean, if you believe, rankings are what they are. I mean, yeah, if you look at it, they were all ranked above us in the preseason. I think SEMO was tied with us. So I don't look at things like that because I think rankings are someone's personal opinions of the way things are, and I don't really know what you base it on because you have new players each and every year. A lot of these teams have new coaches. But it's just a matter of if you're going to go to the tournament, you have to win at home in the conference. And we had an opportunity to do that and didn't do it enough. So now we've got to go on the road, which is even harder, and try to pull out some wins.
Your team has had some good successes, though, on the road. Greensboro game, some other contests. Is that sometimes a place where you can maybe get well away from home? Well,
I think you have to look at it that way, and and it's also a time to kind of get away from some of the distractions that are here. But it's just a matter of going out and getting it done. And I think that our biggest problem is we don't know how to win. And until we figure that out, and until we get over the hump and get to that point, we're going to struggle because winning is a habit. I keep saying that, but people don't realize that it's a learned skill. It's just like shooting the basketball or dribbling the basketball or anything, and it's part of your culture. And when your culture is not a culture of winning, it's a very difficult thing to change in a short period of time. But I do feel like if we can go on the road and we can have some success, that winning will become contagious. But until we get that success, then we still tend to go back to what we're used to. And I think sometimes these kids are immune to losing. I mean, it's just happened so much. And I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that. And so it's difficult for me to lose. I can't stand it, but it's also my job to help these kids figure out how to win.
Talking a little also about Brianna Crane in her really terrific game, I thought.
Yeah, she's doing great. She's so coachable. She works hard. Day off yesterday, not for her. There were several of them that came in yesterday and put some extra work in, and proud of that. But I think she takes the game as it comes. She doesn't try to press. She doesn't try to do too much. She stays in her lane, and she does the things that we ask her to do. But probably the biggest compliment I can give her is that she's coachable. I mean, I can tell her to do something, to take something away, or from an offensive player on the other team, and she's going to give me everything she's got. And, the effort and the attitude goes a long way.
Defensively, where can your team improve, giving up 97 to Martin?
Well, I mean, we got to play defense. We've got to commit to that end of the floor. I mean, get up 13 threes. Obviously, I'm smart. I'm not very smart, but I'm smart enough to know the scout on Martin is their three-point shooters. But when you go over it and you tell players, we're matching to certain players, and when the ball's reversed, don't leave that player because they're going to go right back to her, and we continue to do that time and time again. We lost them in transition. Defense is a commitment. It is a commitment to yourself and your team that you're going to do what you're supposed to do on that end of the floor. We don't have defensive commitment from several of our players, and I'm not calling anybody out. They know. They know who they are. They know. They come, it's the my bad mentality. That's what I call it, the my bad. You get, oh, my bad. Well, yeah, but something's got to change. And until we commit to that end of the floor, we're not going to win games because you should win every game in this league scoring 80 points a game. I mean, it shouldn't even be close. But when you give up 97, you're going to get beat. So, again, it's a commitment, it's an effort, it's a willingness to give up of yourself for your teammates. It is getting past this is how I've always done it, so this is how I'm going to do it. This is how it's good enough. It's not good enough. But that's where we are at this point. And we as a coaching staff are just going to continue to work on it. We've already had a 2-hour practice today. 90% of it was defense. I mean, we're going to continue to work on that. But we have to have buy-in, and that's what we're still trying to get. We're trying to get the buy-in on that end of the floor.